And welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. A while ago I showed how I unlocked Mario's Bombs Away on this, the Game & Watch Gallery 4, just using my Game Boy Advance here. And I mentioned I managed to do it by unlocking some of the stars in these games in a kind of an easy way. So I thought, well, I'm going to show you how I did that because, well, I already talked about how I did it in boxing. But I wanted to show there's a couple of other games on here where you can unlock stars somewhat easily, and for those who are getting frustrated and unable to unlock anything, I figured I'd show you how. So, here we go. Now, the first one we'll start with is Donkey Kong itself. Now, we'll just go with easy. This same trick works on hard as well. So the trick to Donkey Kong is you don't really want to actually progress. Just bring out Mario down there and jump over each barrel. And that's really all you need to do. You don't need to try and run up there and grab the hook or any of that other stuff. If you just jump over each barrel as it comes, you'll see that the score in the bottom right corner is increasing. Now it's very gradual. This takes quite a long time to do. If you want to get up to like 1,000, you're going to be sitting there for maybe an hour or so, just jumping and jumping and jumping. The temptation is, to go up and do the other stuff in the adventure, but no, I say if you want to unlock some stars, just stand down here by the barrel with the flame on it, and just gradually jump over each and every one of those little barrels as they come down. As I say, it'll take a while, and the speed does increase, but this is an easy way to get your 1,000 points in order to unlock some stars here. And I'll show you in a second just how fast those barrels eventually get. So we're now at a point in the game where it's really starting to go very, very fast. And it's going to be like this throughout the rest of the game. So just really, really concentrate and make sure you only jump over the barrel. Don't try to progress, don't go higher. Just sit here and gradually hit that button and avoid every barrel. Now let me show you how to do this on the modern version of Donkey Kong. Again, the same techniques work with easy and hard. So in this one, Mario can progress and go and do his thing, but again, you just want to stand down here. Now there's a handy little chain there. If you grab it, the barrel then turns into, I can't remember the name of those little red turtle guys, but it basically turns into one of them and runs off the side. You'll notice in the upper left corner I've already got 2 points, so this is once again a case of just give it time and you can gradually unlock more and more points. There, I'm up to 4 now. Now if you're feeling particularly brave, you can actually let go of the chain at exactly the right spot and get some bonus points, like this. There you go, see I got a whole bunch there for landing on him and causing him to fly off the side. As the game speeds up, you may or may not want to try that, I guess, and there will be more and more barrels all falling at the same time, so leave it at your discretion what you think you can manage. Either just do that simple jump, or if you feel particularly brave, land on his turtle at exactly the right moment, and you get a whole bunch of points for it. So that's Donkey Kong, an easy one to get single points in. Octopus is not quite as easy, but there is a technique that works here. This works with both easy and hard, not so much on the modern version, but I'll show you my little trick I learned. Basically, what you want to do is not grab too much treasure. Every time you leave, you get 3 points anyway, so just grab one piece and then get the heck out of there. And you can see you do get points every time. So now it's early in the game here, so the tentacles aren't moving too quick. It's fairly straightforward. But I did find that later on, these things were moving so randomly and so quickly, I just thought, well, to heck with trying to grab a lot of treasure, I'll just get the heck out of there and get my 3 points. That's the way to go with Octopus. As I say, it does work as well with the hard setting on this classic mode. Not so much with the modern version, though. So here, back at boxing, as I say, I've already shown you if you hook up two Game Boys together, you can unlock some easy stars that way. Same with Donkey Kong 3, and two-player modern will both unlock lots of stars quite easily if you hook up two Game Boys together. But this one does not have any easy way to do it, but I've learned there's actually a kind of a technique that does allow me to at least get, as you can see, I've got almost 800 points here. And I thought this might be helpful to show people. So it's you and Donkey Kong facing off, and you've got both a fireball and also a boo between you. And much like in the other Mario games, the boo will cover his face if you're looking at him, but if you turn your back on him, that's when he starts to move. So the fireball doesn't do anything. You'll see here the boo is starting to move, but if I look at him, he covers his eyes. That's the trick. You want to make sure that he's never in a situation where you've got your back to him and he's on your side of the screen. I guess it was obvious to people who played this a lot, but I was sitting there having a heck of a hard time trying to get a high score in this game. And then I noticed, oh, wait a minute. Every time I looked online that people were playing this game well, they were making sure that the boo was not able to advance toward him. Because that's what'll happen. The fireball doesn't actually do that. The fireball will only move if it gets hit a few times. So you want to make sure that the fireball is of a lower priority than the boo. The boo is really a big problem. If you turn your back, and you have to turn your back to get more soapy water into your little backpack there, it's eventually going to get closer and closer to you, and eventually it's going to get you. So what I'll do is I'm going to play this game for a while and show you at the upper levels how this is actually a very difficult game because the boo and the fireball are moving a heck of a lot faster, and Donkey Kong himself gets much more aggressive with his strategy. I had thought maybe there was some way to keep a happy balance in the center of the screen. That didn't end up working. So just play along and make sure that that boo doesn't get too close to you. Okay, watch this. The boo is going to start moving toward me until I look at him. And I got to very rapidly grab that water. That was close. You got to time it well with the water. Also, be careful of the fire. Okay, he got me. Uh-oh. Okay, now I got a problem. I used up all my water there. So I gotta make sure the boo moves away from me, like that. Unfortunately, I got hit by the fire. But yeah, that's sort of the technique. I know it's not probably coming out the best on screen here, but if you can make sure, if that boo is coming toward you, you want to make sure that you're looking at him so at least he doesn't move forward. And then you want to keep looking at him and then just briefly grab the water so you can keep him at bay. Not easy. And then I guess the last one I want to show you is on fire. Now this one I haven't, again, racked up a huge score, but this is more of an ergonomic thing. I want to bring your attention to the controller here. Now with fire, because you're just going left and right on the screen, initially I was using the D-pad to go left and right. And I found that when it gets really, really crazy in there, that wasn't really working too well. And then I discovered, oh wait a minute, because it's only got two controls, left or right, the makers for the GBA version have made it so that the D-pad will work as left and right, the A and B will work as left and right. So instead of doing it with my thumb, why not use that direction for left and that direction for right? And that actually seems to be a way of keeping the control a little bit better here. Let me show you. As you can see, I've repositioned the camera here to show you the way I'm doing this. And honestly, when fire gets going, and I'm not even really into the level yet, but you need that like quick reaction to be able to get all of the guys. And I find this is the best control scheme that works. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. You don't want your thumb to spend any fraction of a time moving, so just put your fingers or your thumbs in these positions, and you'll probably get a decent score. So there we go. There's some nice techniques for unlocking some stars in Game & Watch Gallery 4 on the GBA. Hope that you find that helpful. That's the way I got through a lot of this stuff myself. And of course, a lot of it I just played because I do like the Game & Watch Gallery. I think it's really, really awesome. So, but if you're finding it frustrating and you need a few techniques, I don't know if you call these hacks or exploits or whatever they are. Regardless, they will get you the stars. So give that a try. That's it. Until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.